Well, we're enjoying a lovely morning here in Turlough Park at the National Museum of Country Life outside Castlebar in County Mayo. Isn't it a fantastic view behind me there? And right over to the round tower, and here beside me as well, Turlough Park House. Now this was the seat of the Fitzgeralds. They owned land in many parts of Ireland, but they lost out in Kilkenny and had to move here during Cromwellian times. And here they built a house. Now the original house is down by the gate, and we'll put a photo up of that, I'm sure Mike will do that. But what was built here was in 1835, and that was by one of the Fitzgeralds. Now they lived here, imagine, the Fitzgerald clan, until around 1991, I think, and at that time the National Museum of Ireland was looking for somewhere to house the folklore and traditions of the people that they could see was disappearing in Ireland around the 1950s. So they settled on this spot, and we've been into the museum and some things caught our eyes in there. First of all, it's like stepping back into your grandparents' house. How clever they were actually to capture life in Ireland, the country life of Ireland, because between the famine times, 1850s up to 1950s, life did not change very much. But after that, I think really we've lost a lot of that tradition. But here in the museum, they've kept it. And some of the things that caught my eye were the shopkeeper and the shoemaker and the carpenter. All, I would say, you know, the traditions and work that has been in my family on both sides of my family down through the years. And of course, the school teacher, which was me at one time in my life. Outside in the gardens, I was really fascinated by the sculpted pieces they have around the beautiful gardens here. And one was of a brother from the De La Salle community. And it was here from the people of Singapore to, you know, commemorate the fact that the La Salle brothers really were involved in building and educating the modern people, modern life in Singapore. The willows here, I mean, it's amazing. I suppose St. Bridget caught my eye. She's about 14 feet high. She's made of willow, and she's commemorated here on the site as well. And willow baskets, all the natural things that people used at the time. Now, you know, they use these things, these natural products around them, because there weren't trees. And as the old Irish story goes, Cada Yenamid Fasta Gan Imad. And so, in other words, what are we going to do? There's no wood. So what they did was they used stone, they used straw, and in the museums there's so many things built of straw. One of the things I think I remember, it would be my grandmother having hens, and they had little straw beds, and these were, you know, fascinating things. Now, at the time when people visited Ireland, they would have regarded the people here as maybe living a subsistence life and would have no mass really on the crafts and traditions. But looking back on them now, we realise the skill that was involved in all of this and just making life with what was around you. So if you do come to Turlough Park, enjoy the museum. And again, it is the only museum the only site outside Dublin for the National Museum, and it is a lovely one, well worth a visit.